Alright, so let's redo that. Hopefully get our chat rolling here a bit. I guess I just had it off. Anyways. Oil. Busy react. Likely, honestly, because of that London turtle, really inclined to run it to 74. To be honest. You can really run to 74.62 to be. And fix that with a wick. That could be like your true draw. I did like that idea though. Just use your programmer to run that high. That's freaking genius. Yeah, so like that's my other conspiracy is if we're really just gonna sink CPI, it's just to dip by. Just to keep going, you know? Like there's really not much reason for anything else. Alright. We have chat, that's all that matters. Chat is saved. Still got SPX to look forward to in an hour. Still kind of sad I botched that oil, but we're just gonna take it for what it is. There's no way out of it. There's really no way out of it. So, body's totally respecting this down close here. Perfectly. It's almost as if gold do. Well, that means EU. Yeah, it's just gonna whipsaw hit 8 o'clock. Really should just be to dip by, because that means Dixie running all this buy side, still inside this range comically. But see, now the thing is Dixie can expand to the sell side. Because I initially had thought the report would do it. And Dixie would move lower to here. But honestly, once they revise these, it should be fine. It really should be. Like, I don't see why this would be the crazy part. You know. Can the Fed really pivot now with the interest? Honestly, that's fair. That might have just stalled a rate hike or a pivot. So you're gonna pivot if inflation comes in hot on everything, revised or not. That's a good point. That's a really good point. I don't know how you'd pivot. I really don't. But if we're really looking for, I'm so crazy I didn't expand. It's kind of funny now. If it's not gonna do that, then what is it trying to do? Because indices dip by 2-hour order block. Keep moving. Yes. Whatever this is, failure swing, moon it. Range theory. Yeah. I guess looking back at oil, one more BISI react buy side would be comical, but I don't like how it turtled London at all. I really don't. Especially unwinding this here on buy side of the curve. And again, this turtle soup down here on London is not good for shorting. You almost really never want to short after a bullish turtle soup. So it's like, eh. Oh my god, the market's closed Monday. That explains a lot. Market's closed Monday. Although I don't know why oil would drop then if it came in bad. Now, was that last reference to this high? Probably. That might have been the time to short it. If you think you can go short, which pretty reluctant right now. Again, it's based on that. Now again, this can be BISI offset. It will LR this technically, and you could run for like 70 still, but I would be very less inclined to do that. Although Enigma Shuffle would be funny. Because everyone that chases us off CPI gets botched immediately, and then it goes. Because what like PPI people want is like sync CPI, sync PPI, and somehow you run it back to like Monday, which I'm all for Monday not setting low of the week, to be honest. But based on its distance, it'd be extremely hard, especially after the entire moon that it was of post NFP Monday. It'd be very hard to just run it back and trade through it, literally based on the amount of time it has left. Because even RTH shit, goes up. Like Monday literally opened up moonshot and then melted. So it used every 15-minute candle possible to keep going. I'm down to short though. Who am I kidding? If UVXY wants to Enigma shuffle this too, fine. And start moving up, and let's just kill it. Let's just nuke it. Just console, manip, final manip, maybe. We'll find out. I do like that. I really like that theory though. It's just an old spot. It's easier to code that way. It makes so much freaking sense. Even as a comp sci guy, I didn't even think of that. It's so genius though. Just old high reference. That's it. That's all it references. Doesn't do anything fancier. Oh, they're so smart. They're so smart. That is crazy though. A hot CPI report. I won't even lie to you. Oil might high bodies trades up into it. I mean maybe. Basically the idea is this buy side delivery here through these candles. So that's where the low should reside. So it trades up into the last buy side delivery is the idea. Now if you want to say this is BISI rejection block, to say that this is alive, absolutely. Because it really is. But based on just how things are going, you basically would want to like almost short this order block like very soon. But again, if Dixie's going to be moving up, it's very hard to just short oil with it. And again, London Turtle is not good at all for shorting. Like this is clearly, no one just say completely. I would say it's a buy model, but it's absolutely buy side of the curve. 8 o'clock as well. Outside bar turtles it. Or 7, either way. And then again, London hits these failure swings and then keeps going. So it's like, why be so inclined for something like that, I don't know if he'll give another offer. I mean, I'd be down to short it just for 20 points. Just say, screw it. We here? What's good, Asian? I'm guessing you are who I think you are, but we'll find out. If there's your YouTube name, though, it's kind of funny. But, yeah. We'll see. Could definitely short oil, though, low key. 5 minute sell side, bodies, bodies, bodies. Or even if you want, turn them off. Turn off wicks. This is all, yeah, yeah, trust me. The name pretty much gave it away. I'm with you. But again, if Dixie's going to move higher off CPI, well, then it should move in tangent. So, Jeffy, I know who Jeffy is. It sent me a couple bucks before, I will say that. But again, either way, if we're going to be serious and actually, be goated. High, low. You just want to see if these up close candles start supporting. People that tried to short this off this are immediately trapped off this move here. But cool move is, and again, I know this is before you guys were here, I forgot what episode it was. I think it was 3? No. It was one of the new price action models where he talked about basically it just references old highs or lows because it's easier to code that way. It doesn't know, like, obviously we know it doesn't know the amount of stops that are there, but it doesn't do anything fancier than that either. So like when this high is here and it's just offering buy side, all it's referencing is this old high. It's not referencing anything here. So it's the same idea here is you basically are just going to reference this high, and that's all it's actually used. It's not using any of this. And it's easier to code it to just reference an old spot like that. And again, something like this, if it wants to swipe people out, then great. Then yeah, basically freaking sell this here, put your stop above there, and just see what happens. Just because, But because of higher time frame, I'm very reluctant to do it. But then again, what else are you going to do? But if it's truly just going to reference this high and offer buy side multiple times, there you go. But flip side, like a 30, we basically determined this was already breakaway because this was a reload. So we can absolutely react off this, but there's no reason to like collapse off it. We might honestly try oil just for some scraps. Scraps. Just to see. Just to see what's going to go down with it. I honestly might. Because if it's really just, I really just want to see, does this old high reference stuff work? Which I know it does. It's more so, will it work this time is what I want to find out, is all it is. But again, there is CSD up here, technically. This down close candle taking this low, then it's high getting traded through in like 2 candles. But I really just want to play reference this old high and see what happens. I really do. And you can basically just go now. You're talking 10, 15, maybe 20 point stop if you're a psycho. But oil market also opens at 9, so it's like you really want to be going crazy with it well before. I might hit it, honestly. I really might. It goes against everything you should do, but I might do it. But we'll instantly swap out also if we need. We're not gonna. No more degen. Like, that's completely gone in the past. Also trust myself not to do that anymore. So if we gotta leave, we'll leave. I'll fucking take it. Fuck it. I just shorted oil. Draw a circle here. Again, the whole premise is literally to test this old high reference. It's really just going to be poking buy side above this old high just to see what happens. Likely though, higher time frame, everything against it by all means. Moonshot to 73 and 73.6. Because this is breakaway. This is just reaction off this range to offset it. It really should move higher. It really should. So it's not one of those things where like you're trying to consciously lose money. Well, not try to, but you're very, very aware of it. But sometimes that can be the trap as well. So, but if it's just reference this old high, that really might be it. And that'll just be comical, to be honest with you. So we'll roll with that. 72.9. And again, 9 a.m. is still like going to be a huge candle for oil. That's when it like actually opens, basically. Or like, that's when open outcry starts is 9. And again, UVXY depends, like CPI mooning and then doing that. The issue with that is if you think about every recent trader that has existed overnight, they're all gone. And basically people exist like here and here right now. Everything else in here is basically gone. Yes, people exist above here, very few, because it was turtled. Like really only smart money is there on paper. But the rest of like retail, they've all been wiped and they exist on these two edges right now. So it's one of those things, does it want to, shuffle one or the other? Or use that as like the current range and then just like expand from there. About to sell like another 0.1 on oil. Not 1.1. Hello. Hello. Yeah, especially if UVXY wants to go up, well then yeah, we pretty much need to sync the indices. Which is fine because there is midday bond auction, which is a thing. It's a 30-year. I don't know how. I mean, the 30, I assume, is a big deal. It's got to be bigger than the 3-year. I'll tell you that much. I think it's a 10-3 and the 2. They're the big. I don't even. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not even gonna act like I know. I'm really not. No, pay the phone bill. Sad. But yeah, if this wants to move up, great, let's sync it. Because if your idea is Enigma shuffle, like shuffle in some way, shape, or form, then yeah, you manipulate up to manipulate down. You're doing it to chase. You're doing it to trap shorts at chase, and then flush out longs also. So you're doing both of those to basically long. The idea. So like that's what you would do with it. So we're gonna be watching oil. The thing you want to look for, like we have a SIBI, which is cool, whatever. What you really want to look for is can these down close candles be broken on bodies, and they're really not. And again, turtles, Fissy, this was also turtled, so this protects this. So even if you're just playing current dealing ranges and you like say you're here, turtle swirl, lol. But you're gonna turtle this here. And you now protect this. Your new dealing range. Now something like this or here, either one really. But again, discount move. Again, really honestly, comically the same thing. If you don't get like that discount move and it just pushes ahead, honestly, you can usually turtle it back into it. You can usually run it back into it, at least to discount. Oh, that would do. And again, this is literally to test old high theory. This is the only reason we're doing it. It's great. It is great. And again, it's one of those things. If it doesn't work, let's just like go yeet on out of here and keep on moving. Like we still have SPX to play, which is all RTH, so we can't even like the big plays aren't even here yet. The only thing that stinks with CPI is sometimes it just moves early, and then you get nothing RTH. That's just how it is sometimes. But Again, you just want to see just like the Sibby hole and everything. And again, there's no real bearish. Higher time frame is not bearish at all whatsoever. Like you can argue because like you haven't even reached new. I guess you have reached it. Yeah, you have. Like so, you've reached new week opening gap on Wednesday for fair value. So if you think that's fair value for selling because they sold off the first time, then sure, protect this. Basically, failure swing this, protect this, and then sink down to 70. But that's the only thing that stinks is because this was turtle, it makes it harder to run to like the 74 in a vacuum. You can still do it. You can absolutely still do it, no question. Like that's not the problem. So, but again, this is just we're literally seeing this just to wait, and we're literally just testing old high theory. But again, even once I woke up at 8 o'clock, it was kind of I don't want to say obvious that they were front running it, but that's just your classic 8 o'clock move to do something. And then really the fact that it just FOMO traps on a rejection block literally everybody and then crushes you out CPI. But like this body hold them perfectly, you know. And again, this turtle is still a turtle. So like turtles are first to show and last to hold. So like until we're below this turtle, you really can't be like super bearish invalidation. You can try to not front run, but you can be early with like CSD and everything like that. But to actually have a complete bull invalidation, ideally you want to use your turtles. Turtle should be like the last spot. One minute Vib, because Vibs are cool. Let's go let the dogs in so we don't lose all of our heat. All right. Oh, you get a discount for linking your bank. Sign me up for that. All right. Oil still up close. Sibbies also. So Sibbies are cool. Basic and respect are also cool. Don't get me wrong. CSD fractal, yes. Keep going. Higher time frame though, no. And again, 9 a.m. will be a bigger candle for this move. It could very easily run out all shorts to do something afterwards. It can really go either or. There's no way to solidify this like a short. And again, because you still have like 3 minutes CSD here. You really do. Into a rejection block. I mean, pretty freaking much, you know. Still doesn't fix this Vib. Like it's fine to come up to here. If you think about what has been trailed, assume you swipe this, you turtle this, will protect this, which is why you can like short, which is basically why you could short this, protect it here. That's really what you're looking for there. Like this Vib here in terms of protection. If you think this is turtled, this is going to be your failure swing rejection block. You turtling these failure swings should protect this. people trail it here and then they trail it here after CPI. Everyone's trailed here right now. They get yoinked out. You only stop out shorts to go short. So if your idea is they turtled this, well, then this will be protected, and then you can do this again here and do the same thing. Sell this, stop here, and you can literally get like that type of risk. Under the premise that like the turtle should not be violated. Is basically the whole idea. Now this, the real problem is there's no near-term buy side right now. So it's like, does it want to just scoop the end and then go? I doubt it. Do we hit previous week's high? Oh, we did. Oh, that's funny. NQ definitely just did that. YM, where's their previous week's high? Yeah, it's way up there. I was like, it's way up there. But again, micro body, first giveaway. 3/swing high at the top with a Sibby. There's your, quite possibly your London OTE. OTE, hello. Plus, either way, we still got 9 open. All right, so oil's opening, sinking still, same logic, but again, you can't be, oh, we're bearish. And again, the only thing we're really trying is old high reference, which comically is working very nicely, so I will give it that. Very good thing to think about for people that aren't brain dead. A lot of people are. Giving me a lot of time, to be fair. Yeah. Yeah, pretty inclined, yeah. I don't know why this would hold. I'm down for it too, just because we're short, but like on paper, no. Not really. It might just roll out, to be honest. Because like I still not inclined for this move, to be honest. Still, like higher time frame is not a great move. It would be nice to trap longs and just think, but it doesn't make sense. And again, you just stacking this, why there's no reason you can't just kind of run it up 40 points to 73. So we're gonna hold, please. Yeah, because upload really shouldn't hold. There's still a VIB here, so you can easily come back to 72, run this, and do whatever. I agree, like this 89, this candle high, 847 should not get hit. Because then you can really just run it to the high. But like you doing this to react off that is never good. So yeah, we're just gonna go flat. Let's go break even on it. Because spreads. We'll go break even on it. But again, there was a lot of reasons to not be bearish, truly. Especially something like this where it's just going to want to fall off a cliff. That's how you punish like everybody immediately. That's trying to short this. Again, hitting the VIB now. So it's like, what does it want to do? Also, do we want a face cam? What's face cam even look like? And again, we still have SPX to hit. Like, we're not, they just getting started, you know? Day is just getting started. I do think that was so cool, though. Just reference the old high, and it almost worked. It basically did. And so you want a face? I mean, yeah. If you want a face cam, I'll give you a face cam, dude. Sure, it's better for the views. Slap a face on your thumbnail, you know. Yeah, this is cliff dive, just immediate moon trap, bro. Should exited down here at 9. Tisk tisk. Let's look at the 1 hour bodies right now. You know, that's another thing I've thought about. If you want some really deep conspiracy or ideas, if you think about a candle going from one candle to the next, you ever notice how the bodies are pretty much almost always equal? Now they pretty much need to be because of the closing price and the opening price of the next candle. So they should always have that area where they look or like are connected basically. However, if you think about the time aspect of and that theory alone of like the body holding, that means anything past that candle's body of the previous one, you should be able to hit, and theoretically, based off of time only, be back above the candle in terms of profit. So for example, that didn't make like any sense. These two candles here, sell body, buy body. If you assume the next candle's body is not going to be lower than this, then that means anything below this candle's close should be a buy. On the premise that you expect the candle to close and the body should support it at some point and will be at the very minimum above this candle's close. Same thing here with all 4 of these. If this is your bottom body here, anything below that based off of time alone should be a buy, for the sense that the candle should close above that range or above that body, literally based on the candle closing itself, the time that it does. And that really, like, on paper should be enough to do it. It's a very nuanced thing that I thought about, but I don't see why it can't work. Yes, sometimes you're gonna get rejection blocks like this and all that stuff where it just doesn't. But if you just think about, like, especially at the ends of ranges, or like near swings or like liquidity pools, it should be pretty effective. Because even something like this, fine, do the same thing. If this is your new body, the open is going to be almost, basically right where the close is a lot of the time. And that means the next candle, if you're below that previous candle's close, it should make it past it based off of time alone. All right, so yeah, oil, literally VIB flipping. Oh, that's cool. Just to the CME for official prices. Well, this is COMEX, but CME is cool too. What's Bitcoin doing? 48? Bruh. 50. Bitcoin's going to 50, bro. ETF start today? Ain't no way Bitcoin doesn't move up, bro. All just that new money flowing into it, if you think about it. All ETF people that never touched a Bitcoin in their life, or like people that were just like official like stock market people, they can all get exposure now, and theoretically like buy Bitcoin. First step. But yeah, as cool as that short was, we had many reasons to not go through with it, so not too sad about it. Does that mean we should have swapped long? Probably. But we'll leave it at that. Still got indices. Still got whatever this is. Whatever rejection block shenanigans this is. Which is kind of good. Not gonna lie to you. Kind of funny. But if Dow wants to move, 200 off the low, it could. But Oh, shout out to the candle range idea. Candle high. Or candle low, I should say. Candle high. Candle slash time-based range. Market maker model for it. It's so cool. It's so cool. Candle high. Candle low. Range high, range low, but the range is a candle, not a market maker model. I will leave that to whoever wants to learn that gem, but it is extremely, it's a lot stronger than you think it is. It really is. Because all candles are time-based ranges. So. E. Does it want to come up here just and stop? That'd be kind of funny. Because again, it's still inside this range. But I was thinking on 30-minute turtle this. This is turtle, this is turtle, this is all sell side of the curve. Which it was, admittedly, literally, up until it wasn't. So, what are you going to do? How it always works. But, this is how it be sometimes. Back to oil. Why does it look like that? You know, is old high reference still doing a thing? Kinda is. It's honestly kind of goated how great this is working. Yeah, OB flip on there. I mean, I guess there's really nothing wrong with having this be the low, but I woke up in London completely turtle and just destroyed it, so I guess it really doesn't matter. But this really should just be breakaway offset to go wherever to. You would think to go higher, just because these lows down here turtled, this turtled, this turtled. Like, it's all protected, basically. So if it's all protected, the lows are protected, that means the highs should not be. Basically, we moved to 73.6, which is still respectable, 80 points. So it's not like it's anything to fret at for oil. It's plenty of move. Although oil's been moving fast this year, I will give it that. You're talking $1, $2 swings a day, and that was not happening last year. Is every index just want a rejection block? Yeah, every index is a rejection block, apparently. So, cool. Rejection block gang? Yeah, oil moving up. Bada bing. So, it was one of those things just not switching over, I guess. We should have done in hindsight, but the short was there. We were following it, but again, there wasn't. The bear case was just, it was not there, Chief. It was not there at all, you know. And again, also, even if you think power 3 of candles, candle opens at 9, open, low, high, ideally closed soon. But you think about the time of the candle, if it opens at 9 and you're 3 minutes in, you're trading, or 2.5, 1 minute, minute and a half, you're trading below the opening price. If in a 15-minute candle, you're in a 1-hour candle, you're likely in your A and your M phase. So, yes, can you, A and M for 1 minute and then distribute for 14? Sure, but if you're in that section of the candle in terms of time and AMD, more than likely the A and M move is occurring. Yeah, oil just moving on up. With Dixie, look at it go. And again, that's CSD there. Down close candle taking low, immediately it's highs traded through. Basically confirm this is CSD. We still had the rejection block, also a BISI. So, and again, that was turtled. So, nothing broke actually. And that's how it be. And this breakaway should still be toast and move its way to 73.6. indexes, though. I wonder if we're going to gap. We're going to gap at where? Wait a minute. Where are we? We're at bot. We stopped at the bond auction again. That's funny. Maybe the bond auction or dip buys. Maybe. Maybe. All right. Bond auction, dip buy. We're really not going to gap. We're really not going to gap. We're going to gap like 4 points. A gap like here, dude. Like 74, if that. 76, 80. You know? It's not even. It ain't even like that. It ain't even like that. How does the camera look right now? Honestly. Probably looks. Let's see. Oh, he just broke it. Yikes, bro. I see. Yeah, this looks really trashy. Light's trash. Everything's trash. It's like a freaking. Like a hood rat, dude. Sam, what are you doing? What's wrong? Come here, Sam. I want to show you to the camera. Come here. Come here, Sammy. This is Sammy Pajammy. Where is he? Oh. There he is. Got our boy Sam with us. He is a Saint Bernard Shih Tzu mix. 1.5, almost. He's getting there. He's freaking a nutcase. Sam, what? He's ready to go back down. Hello, doggy. He's great. I love him. They got Kira, but she's laying down. I'm not gonna pick her up. Sammy's the freaking psycho. What are they doing with oil? They turtle it? Why is it stalling here? What's it doing? What's it doing here? I saw the price on the side just sit there. I don't know. I feel like face cam is good just so people know that like someone's actually there instead of looking at a screen and then going like, who the hell's that? Or like, is this person even here? You know? But we'll see. A short would be comical. I will not lie to you. A short would be astronomically comical if he just wants to react this breakaway. It wouldn't make any sense whatsoever, but it'd be funny. But it would literally be funny. Sam, what's going on, buddy? What's wrong? Come here. What? What you barking at? Come here. Oh, doggies. Yeah. Again, we're not going to actually short this, but it'd be funny. Turtle soup here on this 3-minute. Slash IVIB. IVIBs are got to be a thing. If implied FEGs are a thing, IVIBs got to be a thing. 73 is 1-0 on the standard div. 15-minute break. What are you talking about? You talking about this thing from 9 o'clock yesterday? Yeah, you're right. Well, that's what I was saying. If it just wants to react off breakaway, but it should honestly, the delivery should swap at the Bissy, and really it should come to. Really, it should have came to where it did. This down close open. Admittedly. Shout out to old high reference. It was working in the first half, but maybe it's this old high reference now. Sam, what are you doing? Why are you barking at Kira? Come here. Don't assault her. Don't be doing that. I should probably not say that. Yikes. All right, yeah. Bissy continue, ideally on paper. Is Dak recovering? Dude, Dak is. Oh, yeah. The only. I don't know why this would be a. If every index is just going to rejection block on like a 3 or 5 minute, I don't understand why. Because you can just say buy side isn't above NQ right now, which it is though because it's CPI. So like recent buy side is there, but not like actual buy side. Pound yen is 186. Oh my goodness. Dollar yen's 146, dude. Who did that? Who did that? That's so funny. Yeah, dude, they're just making it look like it's just this is just R3. These are just R3 dip buys. Look at this. Boom. Notice no discount move into here. Rockets up. Turtles it. Run to discount. You know? Yeah, no. Turtle swirl. But yeah. When you don't get those discount moves, that's classic time to turtle. Yeah, okay, I'm just tripping on the price level. It's not actually. I guess we just wait until 9:30 open. And I guess it's more so seeing if we get. See just what we get RTH, honestly. There's nothing to do like right this second. Well, everyone just remember to breathe. Bissy continues. We'll stand up, take a breather, stretch, do a twirl, some stretches. Look at your computer from far away. Sometimes you'll see something that you weren't seeing earlier for no reason. Not gonna lie to you, in a vacuum, you could probably short that. Has no business working, but if you sent me a picture of just this, you could probably do it. Again, think about time theory. 9:21. It's 1 minute and a half, basically. 1 minute and a third into the candle. So likely this is the A and the M phase of this 3 minute candle. So if it's AM above buy side, likely for distribution to go down. Likely is the idea. But again, you can do this with every candle, every time frame, and still apply it. Although I don't know if it's set. Yeah, it's at the high first. So yeah. If we count these 3 candles when they're done and see what happens. There you go. Bearish break, yeah, exact one. That we were looking at. It could be a breaker. It really could be. I'm not saying it can't. But I'm very less inclined to hold just because of that spot specifically. To me, it was FVG entry, FVG exit. Therefore, this whole thing is an SMR that shouldn't be touched. So the fact that it is already concerning to me, and like that's why I consider this like a breakaway. And again, offered buy side, sell side, buy side, sell side, buy side. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this really should have balanced out just based on the identical count of body candles. It's like to me, like that's breakaway. And also the idea that if it needed that, it would have gotten it. It was the same premise of like why this FVG was like all it came for and not this one immediately. Yeah, so it didn't even work, which is great. So there you go. Yeah, they might have just bought the rejection block. And again, same idea though with those candles. To be honest, if you get along with whatever, you get you think you're getting a rejection block. If you're below that opening price of the candle, theoretically, you can just buy it and expect it to close above previous candles close. Essentially, is the idea. But starting something, starting, dude. It's doing something. That might have just been a dip buy. I mean, that was the idea if it dumped CPI anyways, but it was going to be a dip buy. But seeing it happen makes it cool. It really does. So, yeah, plus either way, oil again, 73.60. Probably should have longed to get on side of it, you know. But hey, what are you gonna do? You can always hop in. Always hop in. Okay, the CPI came on hot. I agree. They gotta move this sell side. They gotta move this sell side. So, and again, you can apply that same power 3 idea on like how we do on the 3-minute candle. You can do it on a 15-minute candle. Same thing. It was 9:21. It's 8 minutes in to the 15-minute candle. That's about half-ish. You just want to round to it. Again, likely A&M phase. So if this is your 9:15 open here, AM, and then distribution for the last half of the candle. It's always there. The power 3 is always there. But again, you can tie a 3-minute inside of a 15, inside of a 1 hour, inside of a 30, inside of a 4, you know. And you can get everything in sync. That's why it's really why everything moves off of time, in all honesty. That's really why. Yeah. Again, same idea for this. If you think anything under opening price, body's gonna hold this, just buy it and just wait for the candle to close, and that's your stop loss. Is time. Your stop loss is literally time, and your exit is time. Because you're under the assumption the candle will close above that area, and you just wait for the candle to close for that to be confirmed. Because the candle can't move after it's closed. UVXY catching a fade, dude. Catching a fade. You know, if it really is Enigma Shuffle. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That looks like oil yesterday. Boom, 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 boom. Expansion. Alright, market opens up in 40 seconds. I really just want to see a recap, to be honest. Gold doing. That's being gold. Dogs are rolling in. Yeah, dude, SP, I don't think it's going to gap at all. And also, how do you not go to 47.93? Freaking look at it. Alright, let's go shut the door again. Yeah, literally gaps up. Oh, it already broke it. Alright, well, comes back and it's broke. So, never mind that. But yeah. SPX buy model's done. Qs, almost. SQQQ, I mean, still, yeah, literally, literally this dude. Go up, and then just fade the whole thing. Shout out to that rejection block. That is goated. Bond auction reload of the century. That's very comical. Also, internal run stops at an up close candle. What are these premiums looking like? How expensive are these doggies? What do we got? Damn. All right. 73.20. So bro, can I get a Joe G shambles in chat? I don't know why you can't run this, or at least LR like this, but I'm not gonna try to jump a gun when we are clearly asking for some higher prices here. Even YM literally took CPI high. It means CPI is low. Doubt it, but UVXY maybe, maybe, but I doubt it. I don't see why it would be so inclined to do anything like that. Moving, down close candle supporting, nothing to do here. Nothing to do other than keep pamping. Really isn't anything. Small body's cool though. That's about it. That is it. Yeah, this I wouldn't consider like a viable breaker. I'm totally fine for it shorting, but I wouldn't use it for that. Did ES just sink 5? It definitely just sank 5. 3-minute Bissy. How are you not reloading that, to be honest? Really? I don't know why Il did that. It's just the fact that it's 9:30. But I mean, it runs RTH low, cool. Maybe. Maybe some do something, but I'm not. I'm not trying to try. Oil is really gonna drop 20 cents. It's kind of funny. I mean, yeah. High side of the curve. What else you gonna do? Sell side, buy side. And you was just dip buying that. Oh, I guess it's not funny. It's kind of funny. Not really. Bitcoin up 2K. Look at that thing go, dude. Buy London. Who would have thought? Oh, it's that new money. That's that new money candle right there, dude. ETF boys. ETF boys. All right, Qs. Yeah, catching the fade. 1309 for sure. For sure. Also, that body just smacking right up there. Just a foam will close on the new hour, dude. Comical. Oil really gave up 73 off that? What's it doing now? Really? No, I understand the conspiracy. Not that, I'm saying that. The idea of like turtling that, you know. But if the move itself, this up move, came from here, really just internal run to keep going. Honestly. We get a 15-minute candle. Halfway through, gone through A and M. Again, A and M. A and M. That likely going through it to continue. That's just flushing out early people. Or people that chased up here, bought this hammer, perished. Yeah, it really should be dipped by though. I don't see how you don't do anything else unless, I mean, even equal lows off of pre-New York. Very very reluctant to say, hey, let's go to London lows. You know, like it's still buy side of the curve. Don't You don't want to get trapped on something like this. Yes, is this a fractal turtle to take the discount? 100%. But again, you're taking it to discount, not to external new sell side. So you can't just, you know, you don't want to just try to run it down like that. That's $50. That's funny. Is SPX 14800? Still sitting here. I mean, it's fine. Sit here all at once, but again, if this is the shuffle, this high was the manip. People think this low is manip, but now it's just gonna expand lower. So again, all this should really just be like offset of whatever's here, which it's definitely doing. So if it's gonna offset this, you want to hit some kind of failure swing before. Technically, you could use this, but I really wouldn't. I would be more inclined to use like 930 or even these equal lows, because the orders have to go somewhere, so they need to be paired in some way, shape, or form before they can continue. But even that is technically enough. So, what's the price of NQ? 720. I'm down for a UVXY curl, to be honest. You know? Could. Could. We need a new camera, though, so bad. It's like 720p, just upkiss. You know? It just CSD down, I won't lie to you. That very much is CSD down. Up close, close traded through. Not a market structure break, CSD down. Civvy, supposed to be up close support, and just I still don't know how oil doesn't just keep going. Like, even if you look at it this way, if you're looking at just down close support, yes, this turtle, this protects. So really, the move came from this order block here. That's kind of all it's doing. You know? So it's like you can't use anything up here to look for like invalidation. You could look to short it back to this. Like, that's pretty much where you should stop, though. You know? And really, this should just be to flush out early. Chasing longs really should all it be for. See what the macro offers us. The only thing you could really see on the macro is like an order block offset. UVXY sinks and it has to move up. Otherwise, it's really not going to matter. Oil, there you go. 5-minute order block, gang gang. If you want to just get long, honestly, there's your order block retest right there. That's an ICT certified trade for sure. For sure, he's hitting that for an order block. That's what you'd see right there. Recording starts, the music starts playing, pace moves up, bam, order block right there, done for sure. Guaranteed he takes out. Boom. He ain't stopped out. Because you know it stops underneath this or this. He ain't out of it. Is it sell side of the curve? Sure. But higher time frame saying otherwise. Oh, well, YM, there you go. There's your CSD still. So even more so, Bissy react, do something, something, you know. That would be the fanciest. All right, gonna hop back in oil. Maybe we might. Might go light though. Talking a light lot size. Now this wants to be up close candle crush. Doubt it. Doubts it. Again, order block, higher time frame is like it's still locked on to. You need to realize we're 80 away. We're 80 points away from previous day's high. And you ask any smart money, like that's a move. If you can ask them, of course. Well, now I'm thinking about it, Douglas to make a good point. How much hesitation you have to put the trade on is an indication of where you're at. So like if you're hesitating to put on the long, well then there you go. But in terms of current market information, I guess I technically can't. Although New York oil's been finicky, it just sits there. Like we didn't move until inventories yesterday, which makes sense because it's inventories. But like Tuesday, 8 o'clock, it just sank, sat there, then moved up at like 11. Sank, one random move at 11. That was it. Like it's not doing a whole lot right when it's there. It's kind of nuts. All right. Oh my god, almost bought 4 lots of oil. That's a clean order block. I will not lie to you. I would say for order pairing theory, range low, range high, but like, it depends what the macro wants to do. Oh, there it goes. Oh my god, dude, is he still? Yeah, data wick, I know it. Alright, see, there's a thing. But macro just started. Ideally, there's no reason UVXY can't fade this now though. It really can. There's no reason it can't. It's whatever this VIB close 64. Oh, no, it's not a VIB. But yeah, easily just Enigma shuffles this, and we moon. It'd be funny. Oil's above 73, so there you go. There's your tape reading on oil. But these indices though. All right, so YM runs the low. Cool. Yo, range high, range low. Range high, range low. If you're just gonna follow the bodies on this, you would assume continue lower to attack previous day's low. You would assume that. Same thing here. Previous week's high on ES. Body's closing all the way down. It could, based on just the body closure. I got oil block right there. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yusuf is saying higher. Data was mixed. Was it? US bonds are rallying, but they're not. Is it? What even are the bonds? Like, what is it? 10Y? How did the bond not rally? Or is that not a bond? Oh shit! I don't know what a bond. I don't know what a bond is. Apparently. Apparently, we don't know what a bond is. How much for Dixie Bowl? Such a shame. US 10 yield. Yeah, what? Yusuf is saying we gotta go long, which honestly, yeah. Because if yields just want to catch this fade, yields fall, we mooning. Is it 2Y? I guess it is 2Y. Oh my, what is that? Okay, what is that? Ten-year. I don't know where the other, where they're at. Oh, Treasury note. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Do Treasuries inverse the bond? Bro, what is going on? Do Treasuries inverse the bonds? They must. They freaking got to. Yo, shuffle 200 right now would be comical. It really would be. Okay. We'll try to pull this up. USO2Y. So 2 years fading. US 10-year. basically fading. 30-year. Eventually going to fade. Actually, let me check that 10-year. Let me check that 10-year. What did it do yesterday? What the freak? Nothing. Okay, so bait. I mean, shit. You're telling me we just catch the fade on yields. Dixie fading, which ain't going up. Chad, it might be time. It might be time. That's the wrong button. Getting whiplash in the PA. Yeah, bro. What it all comes down to. Need some tunes. Can't hear it though, because I'm not getting copyrighted. Wait. Yep. No music for chat. I'll have some tunes. Oil, 73 and 07. Yep. Continue moon. 480, please. I'm dude, these are so much money. Who did this? I kind of want to wait for 1 hour candle. Only just to try the theory. Because theoretically, when this candle closes, the next candle opens. Anything below that candle's body should be a buy. Should be a buy. Is it going to be a buy? I ain't saying, but it should be a buy. Because even a 38 is 390. I mean, 38 would put us. Oh my goodness. That ain't good. You're talking way up here. New high a day, 4,800 goes in the money. Which isn't that unviable, to be honest. But that'd be tough. I'm listening to Faint right now. Very good band. Love them. Embers with Jill Harris. OBS. Did we just crash? I don't know if we just crashed. What time is that? And I guess we did. What the? Okay, well. My Forex broker crash, so there you go. But yeah. Oil, 5-minute order block. Come on. Should we have bought it? Probably. Ain't gonna lie to you there. Won't even lie to you there. Probably should have bought it. But if it goes to 73.60, that was literally what we were looking at all day. And even though you may not be trading it, there's your tape reading practice, all that stuff. All that good. And that's really how you actually like get good at reading. Yeah, UVXY literally has to keep fading, and that has to be it. Will it be? I ain't say all that. But one kind of to go down would be pretty cool right now. These 360, like, so much money. These are skewed heavily. I mean, high day takes you here. CPI high takes you little in the money, about 2 points in the money, if that. Oh. Trying to see what these. Oops. Why are these bonds catching a bid? These bonds. Yusuf knows nothing. I'm totally kidding. I love him to death. I love him to death. Okay. So theoretically, you can buy YM in anticipation of this being an up close candle on paper, and that be your sole thing. Now, with that said, not good. Also not good. Not good. None of it's good. But if you want to try a pattern, if you're a pattern guy, you might be onto something. Okay. Sticking the lows right at 10. This is the time. All right. 2 SPX at 3. We're just going to say screw it. And see what happens. We're going to try our 4X buy because why not? And let's see. 10:02. It's still macro time. Huge amount of sell side being offered right now. So, ooh, lordy. But again, still, what is everything we know right now still? Likely to push lower based on just this. Be pretty hard pressed to run this high right now, to be honest. Me. SPX, same thing. Pretty hard. It would be pretty difficult to run this. But these yields want to catch a bid. Lower gains. Trainer. So this is still long in SPX. Not SPX. 4X. Hello. Euro people are long. We're going to add a little bit of U30. Even though I wholeheartedly agree likely to sink still. You might be early on this doggy. This SPX should be down a good chunk of money now. Yeah. Yeah, 4798. Turtles that. Turtles that. Does that. Yeah, basically. We'll try one more just because, but very, very reluctant right now. If it were to expand somewhere, Tuesday low still, it'll probably be my top answer. But even a retrace, geez, a retrace is 18. That's funny. So UVXY moonshotting. So, I mean, what do we see? FVG. Oops. Why'd you draw? FVG opens, turtles out like we saw. You're only stopping at longs to go long, which means UVXY down or UVXY up, market down, and then going from there. So. I'll turn off that music for a little bit. Need to see what's going down. Because UVXY, you would assume would want this high now just because it's CPI high. YM still CSD down. 150, that's comical. So. See if that works. Doubt it, to be honest, but we see. It's still macro. The macro only offered sell side, in all honesty. So, I don't know. Obviously, you'll never know. But, you know, what you gonna do? Oh, well, there's YM previously is low. So there we go. Moonshot directly to that, like we were looking for. Yeah, because that pattern idea, I guess there's times to apply it, and that was not a time to apply it. So, there you go. You know that meme was like the dude looking at you with like the bald head, white guy with like the wide eyes. I don't know what that meme means, but I feel that one right now. Feel that one right now. ES failure swings, maybe to an order block, maybe doubt it, but got here and over there right now. Oil, almost. It ain't oil ain't stop its business. Yeah, I really didn't. Eesh. 1 minute order blocky, pushing up. VXY, you'd like I said, still assume this to get tagged. Pennies, literally pennies away. What the heck? Oh, it's hitting that. Never mind. But FVG returns. Goodbye. So that was the signal. Yeah, this ain't working. So Rip. Yeah. Paid 220 for these total. You would need a lot. That's what I get for listening to you stuff. Unless there was new. Was there other news that I'm missing? No. 1030 natural gas, which ain't nothing. I don't know. Bloomberg predicts 4 million ETF inflows for Bitcoin. $4 billion coming into Bitcoin, bro. Totally just flicked off my mic. But yeah, 4 billion in Bitcoin. End of the macro may have been the way. Because this clearly was sell side. I kind of knew that too, but I just hopped in early. Which was my own mistake. FEG, this should continue on paper. That's a yai, my goodness. ES basically a PD. I don't know if it. I can't tell. 86. One tick above. One tick above. Basically continue. See these highs. See ES take previous day's low. Yeah. Kira. What is she chewing on? Oh my goodness, bro. My dog chewed my ether. Am I even live right now? I don't know if I'm live. My dog chewed my Ethernet cable. Oh, golly, bro. Okay, break time. thing just got destroyed, completely chewed, just ruined. So now we get to look into cable cutters and trying to fix it. Market can wait. We're already in everything anyway. Even though we're early, we were mad early. I won't even lie to you. We were very early today. If this even works. For all we know, this is FVG continue new low and it dies. Yeah. 227? Oh. I don't know why. Yeah. I'm on Wi-Fi now, so everything's slow. Oh, well, here goes yields. Maybe. Okay. In the meantime. Bruh. 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 If they dip by this, I'll literally lose it. But, yeah, pretty sad right now. Pretty sad right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. Oh, this ain't gonna get fixed without getting some tools. Crimping tool. Maybe I do actually. I don't know. I missed that short right open. Everybody's looking at this dog, which is still moving higher. So there you go. Same theory. 50-minute candles, by the way. Just hitting order block and moving along. Oh man, this thing is freaking. Yeah, this is kind of sad right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's kind of sad right now. What if we lost stream at any point? I guess we done. Oh man, there's a lot of cables. I don't. I have a. I literally have a backup one. I honestly think I was just too early today. Honestly, all I was way too early in SPX. I have seen that many times of like long and sell side of the curve there, so I am somewhat shameful of that entry. I let I let Yusuf get me, which admittedly you should let no one get you. Like I do agree, push higher, and like because even going into today, I was like I wasn't gonna trade CPI itself just because it was 50-50, but because it was basically dip buy and moon or moon and keep mooning. Like moon was the only it was only moon from the very beginning. Like that I wholeheartedly agreed with. So I was basically team moon only. Whether it was dip buy or keep mooning, it was still moon. Like SQQQ, even though it did this same literally the exact same thing actually. If you want a quick lesson on like on SPX, when you're this CSD down, these pops here into like Sibbies, for example, are literally just to trap people. That's all it's there for, is just to trap people, get people think it's gonna hold, and then ideally crush them out. So like those are pretty much avoidable longs, if you will, depending on how strict you want to be. Like I would consider those avoidables. So like me doing and buying an avoidable, great shame. But yeah, I've seen that enough times to know and to deal with. Of like you shouldn't be entering on that like, at all, you know. And so that's why. And again, it skewed the premiums a lot because they were at 3. They dropped immediately to like 110 in like 15 minutes, not even. So like it skewed it really heavily. And that can be all it needs sometimes, you know. Especially something like this, if you got 4, you move up 4 points, 44 times 4, it's 260. Off of this, you're basically a small loss, you know. So it's just one of those things where it's like, especially for SPX and like the premiums you're going for, you want to be strict on what you're going for. And again, like sell side offers and everything, like that's when you want to be going on. And SQQ literally just might want to hit a VIB and turn around. So I didn't even realize what she was chewing on either at all. I didn't realize it at all what she was chewing on. And I look over, but I figured I would have noticed me lose the internet, but then it switched to Wi-Fi without me even looking. To be continued most likely right now. Because really, this could just be cliff dive continue. Like all of these. This Bissy has to change delivery back higher. But it really doesn't have to, admittedly. FG, it's literally gotta like do some ping pong. even something like that. Again, sell side of the curve, you shouldn't like buy that. Really. I mean, most times you should. Now, admittedly, there's not an old low sitting there. Did it run PDL? No, I don't think it did. I guess it didn't. So yeah, still even more so. Yeah, 'cause even like this, again, 5 points, 340, 390, 370. You know, if you want these up to here, you need 10 points. So that means 4810, which is like this order block. But again, SIBI really should just kind of. I mean, SIBI react, BIS react, ping pong would be optimal just because, admittedly, we're long, but that shouldn't be the reasoning per se. Whales at 42. So there's your ICT entry. But again, that was literally 70 points to go for that we didn't do. So small SMH there for not doing anything about it. let's go do some laundry and figure this cable situation out. Longs are pretty much shot. So the Forex YM buys. What time did we buy? So we bought 1002, 1004, 1005, 1007. Maybe the 1002 was like the worst. I mean, technically. All during this down candle, which isn't bad because again, you can just mitigation block free exit. But this here, I mean, you're talking 100 push more through that macro. That's where you want to be like actually looking to get in, towards the end of the macro. Not necessarily always, but if you're just sitting there, we had all these lows as well. So like we were talking about all these failures getting hit, right? If you bought 1002, you were early. The only real valid long was like 1007 after it hit previous day's low, and even then, the very, very first touch of like previous day's low shouldn't be like the one, you know. So letting that happen and then FEG continue and then buying that new dump would have saved me, 90 points. Yeah, yeah, pretty much actually, yeah. About 90 points. And that's a huge thing for YM or just, I mean anything in general. Well, there goes oil. Did it hit it? Oh, I guess it did. So, yeah. As cool as oil was to watch, I guess we should have probably traded it, admittedly. But yeah, just based on the delivery and everything, there was no reason to try to short. Or we knew the shorts were less likely to do anything. This was the big thing. And the higher time frame was still long. Like this, yes, there was a break here, but it was just reaction, offsetting, and then continuation through it. So nothing to actually warrant like a sell. Yay for us for day premium. FVG here, this honestly should see a new low. Really should. I'd be pretty hard pressed not to. Because even, well, maybe this is a 930 candle, but even a 30. If you assume the body is going to be above this close, anything below it, that's what you hit. So if we go to this, back to ES, go back to the 1 hour. It's literally the same idea. Run all these failure swings, see if you can scoop it, see if we run it back to 38, honestly. That's like the main thing to do. SPX would put you at well over 48 if you run high a day. If you run CPI high, you're pushing an extra 7 points ish. So you'd be at 48.05, we'll say. Yeah, this is total sell side of curve right now, 100%. So I don't know. But we'll be back. We are back in action. A lot of laundry. So, yeah, prime reason why you really want to log that. So, that's cool to see. See if it can move up, recoup a little bit, but I don't have high hopes at all. I really don't. Body theory, though, for those of you that want to do that. Although we're not going to make that an actual thing, though. But very fun to do. Buy underneath previous candles close, and just let time close it back up. But again, you want to do it, I guess, really at like swing points or anything like that, not just like if you're expecting this is your draw, you don't want to try it on like this 10 a.m. candle. That was the bad idea behind it. But that's with everything, you can't just do it anywhere. Oil hit that, so yay. So we were looking at all day. So that's cool. UVXY though, keep pumping. So this wants to keep going. It'll be very, very difficult for indices to move on up. It really will be. 2-year bottoming out maybe. That would just mean lower indices, honestly. This is by all means sell side of the curve. Like this is all balanced. Like you touch this, this dies, which is cool. But that means like this is your dealing range here basically. Comes up into premium into a SIBI. That's pretty much all she wrote. I'm like these busy reactions, all that stuff is really just to trap people on the wrong side. And I mean, we're watching right now, just immediately crush the next candle during the macro as well. So it's like there's macros off on a short clearly. So that's literally the exact logic and idea behind it. That SPX was so bad though. Yeah. SPX previously is low. Or no, ES, I'm sorry. Yeah. Literally hovering a tick above it, like you might as well just, you know, no reason for that thing to be chilling there. So, big loss there. That was my own wrong doing. So, but only thing left: journal, learn and journal. You know, so we'll see. If not, I sold the bottom, but I doubt it. It's probably toast, to be honest. So, yeah. Dow, same thing. It's crushing that low. So let's just get ready to skedaddle. Buy stops this low. Like that's basically it. We had a break even exit too. That was the shaking my head part of this whole fiasco, honestly. Literally had a way to get out, but it was just, I guess it was just copium to get there and like run this high or anything, crazy like that. And that was my own wrongdoing. So, yeah. Huge losses on both. So that's fine. It's all learning, but based on this and that read, that was not. definitely not good. Especially watching oil and not taking anything kind of hurt. So definitely should have done something there. And then Dow, I mean, yeah, same thing, all of it. We were basically planning on FEG continue, in all honesty. So no reason you can't swap, go short, or anything like that. That's really what should have happened instead of just bag holding it. So kind of fell into some old habit, into really an old habit. Although I swapped yesterday fine, but yeah, today just didn't, and then SPX just offside, missing that morning turtle was really like the mistake because we already opened up over buy side, so it didn't make much sense to do anything else other than run for trailed sell side last day and a half. So, and again, turtle soup, FEG, another FEG. So like it did, and then this here. So it did everything it was supposed to, and even this, that's 22 SPX. That's plenty to make back whatever you had. My issue was I dumped everything into the logs and then added more to the logs, and then all the money was gone. So that was where I botched a lot of that. So I don't know. I do not have a bus to add more to that, so we are going to have to. I don't know. I honestly don't know now. I can't add it back because we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So we'll do some calculations, hopefully some donations. I don't know. It's one of those things where like you take the loss recently, you're just sad about it. Like looking back, I really just was not in the correct mind state for it at all. And especially knowing what I know about like FEG continue, um, all that stuff, just reading the market in general, it was very blatant where we should have went. It's like it hit it from me. It was right in front of me. Again, this was really the CPI I was talking about to go off of. So I wasn't, especially once it stalled here and then did that kind of break, you already knew this whole thing was kind of just crushed. And even again, that's 30 ES if you sold the high, 20 plus. So that's ideal. So, but we're going to call it at that. For those that tuned in, thank you much. I appreciate you greatly. And we will be back hopefully Monday. Actually, no, Monday's Martin Luther King Day. We will not be back Monday. Maybe Thursday next week. Assuming all is well. Just got to get the executions and we'll be alright. We'll ideally be back Thursday, so you all take care.